Namaste, I am Kumar Sharma and I am happy to be here to record with the Help Library on a topic very close to my heart, which is based on a book I wrote called The Age of Ananda, Conscious Evolution to the Life Divine. The message I wish to share with you today is that the human race has a very exciting journey waiting for us ahead as we go to the next level of evolution in a conscious fashion. So I'm happy to explore that topic with all of you here today. If we look at the human race as we are today, we have to understand that we are not the perfection of evolution. All the problems that we see in the world happening in terms of war and terrorism and violence and poverty are adequate to tell us that our mind and culture have not evolved to the point to have an ideal society. And the fundamental problem is our own evolution. We are at a juvenile state in terms of human evolution, but we think we are at the acme of perfection. And to understand that, we have to look at a very famous quote from Sri Aurobindo. He said, "Man is a transitional being." So as we look at ourselves today, we have to be humble and acknowledge that we have far to go in terms of improving and advancing ourselves as a race and as a species. So our evolution is far from over. Let's see what direction we can take and how we can prepare for it. The sequence of evolution in nature proceeds from matter, insentient matter, rocks, planets, stars and such, to on some bodies of those matter of various kinds, life emerges. So, animal life, plant life on water and so on. And eventually some form of a mind develops in various forms of life. And looking at the human race, our mind is currently developed to a very particular high level on the intellectual front. But there is yet another level of evolution that we have to achieve, which will take us to the level of the supermind, which is our goal for the next stage of evolution. And this begins with the dawn of self-awareness. As human beings, we know that I am, that I have an identity, and I don't know whether it is the body or the mind or the ego or the self or the soul or something more subtle, but that self-awareness is there in us. With the beginning of that, there is a change in evolution. We change from being driven by Darwinian natural selection, which we know nothing about and cannot control, and we can now become participants in conscious evolution, where we can decide and aspire and put in the effort with regard to how we choose to evolve. And if we do choose to evolve consciously, then there are two aspects, two strands or dimensions to it. One is the physical dimension, the body, etc. And the other is the spiritual dimension, the non-physical, the non-material dimension. And both of these have to work together in the evolution of the human race to the next higher level of consciousness. And I will explain how that is done. Spiritual evolution is generally understood to be the seeking of the knowledge of ourself or soul or atma, and understanding its primary essence as pure consciousness, which is blissful in its very nature. This is the goal of almost all religions at their highest mystical spiritual summit. In contrast, physical evolution is a new concept really, because we are now talking about the rejuvenation and transformation of the body at the cellular level by the descent of the consciousness that we have touched at a higher level through the spiritual ascent, and the physical evolution is then seen as a descent. So putting them together, we ascend spiritually and bring the power and intelligence of a higher consciousness to the cellular level, where epigenetically, in terms of modern science, we transform the cells physically to accomplish a longer living body over the course of many generations. So this is the matrix. It has these two elements, spiritual and physical evolution. The goal of spiritual evolution is samadhi, moksha, nirvana, etc. And it has been done as the ascending node of evolution in terms of going from lower levels to higher levels of consciousness. Physical evolution is equally important. The body is not to be negated or denied. It has to be fulfilled and divinized. And for that, the technologies of Veda and Tantra and integral yoga of Sri Aurobindo and the Siddha yoga of the Tamil Siddhas and Kundalini yoga and such others which look at the life energy and the Shakti and transform it from within through various processes. They are the effective means and methods for the transformation at the physical level. There are many stages to this evolution. First, we have to know who we are, and with that knowledge, we have to then increase our physical bliss and presence with a spiritual inward essential joy in every moment. And then through various methods of yoga and breathing and other methods, we have to slowly and carefully bring a higher level of consciousness and energy and intelligence into the level of the cells of the body at the level of the Mooladhara, which is the base chakra. And there the transformation of the body will be guided, but first it will happen in the brain. So the transformation of the body at the physical level will be triggered by the neurons in the brain and then finally begin to rest in the Mooladhara chakra and transform the body from bottom up. Due to various factors which has to do with various yogis having prepared the ground and astronomical and other factors, we are at a very happy confluence, a moment in time and space which I have called the age of Ananda. We are at the dawn of that age because we have the knowledge now to what I have called evolve consciously and in that process live joyously towards what Sri Aurobindo called the life divine, which is a spiritually perfected and physically divinized communal society oriented way of living which we can pioneer and evolve. So I invite all of you to participate in this journey. For more information you may refer to my book. The website is there and you can refer questions to me and I'll be happy to answer them. And the source books are always available. Sri Aurobindo's The Life Divine, Savitri, Letters and Record of Yoga. And the Mother's Agenda, I wish to point out, is an astonishing record of how the body can be transformed at the cellular level. So these are the basic source books. Study them, and this is a yoga that all of you can learn to practice. It's a lifelong process, but a joyous process of transformation. So I invite all of you to live joyously, evolve consciously to the life divine on the dancing on the double helix of conscious evolution. Thank you. Namaste.